We can't handle prosperity, obviously, from the first half. I can say that. I guess we wanted to keep the TV and the gamblers in there watching the whole game there for the second half. But we'll take the win. I'm very pleased that we got a win. I thought for the most part the first half, we did a fantastic job in all three phases. And then the second half couldn't have went worse than, we looked like a completely different team. But our guys are resilient. They kept believing. We challenged them all week to keep believing, just believe in themselves, don't go after the outcome, just keep fighting for each other. And it looked dark there. We were able to get a stop. And be able to go I think it was 92 yards there. Obviously, it was huge when we didn't. I don't know if we had 92 yards of offense in the second half. All right, so I mean, we were very bad offensively, and so but to be able to get a win, and go to 2-1 in the conference when it looked ugly there, we'll take that. Well, I don't know if defensively they started out playing a little softer, maybe like, hey, let's don't give up a big play, and we were able to get out of the end zone there. Got a first down, got a couple easy throws. I think I gave our quarterback a little bit more confidence. He's been struggling a little bit, and they were scared to give up big plays. And I think we were able to we didn't try any deep passes. We just tried to get some quick game and some things to try to because we had the 2-minute warning and three timeouts, I believe. Mm-hmm. So we didn't approach it like a normal 2-minute, and I think they approached it like a 2-minute. And I think we had some right play calls on, and it allowed us to get some positive yards. And they got tired, and he was trying to save his timeouts because he was thinking he might have to get the ball back, and so their defense got tired, and that's when we were able to continue. This place specifically, I need to look at it more. But if you look at the clock, there's 10 seconds left, I think. And so the only thing that they could do is get a big play and call a timeout. Like if they throw it underneath, they got to run and you tackle them, and they still got to call a timeout. At least maybe it's Hail Mary, right? And so I need to see the call there. But I think if we go back and look, we'll probably say, hey, not the best guy. It looked like we were in 2-man. That's what it looked like. Which nothing wrong with 2-man, but if they throw it down the middle, like my argument would be, hey, that's the only thing they can do. So let's back up about 15 yards, make them throw it underneath us and tackle the guy, because they needed a chunk play to get even close. And I think, what was that play, 40, 30 something yards? 32. So 15, and they're still out of field goal range. And luckily their young man missed it there. The first half, best first half, arguably we've had all year. I mean, if you think about it, we had the one turnover, just a bad play. The rest of that, you got a special team score, playing good defensively, making the kicks. We scored in the red zone twice, I think. So, and then the second half was completely. But there was no doubt. Those guys, they kept encouraging each other on the sideline. When looking up, the defense kept encouraging the offense, and vice versa. And everybody just talked about, hey, let's just get a stop and make a play. We make a play, and so there was no doubt. That says a lot. When you've been struggling, which we have, and it looked bleak. Guys just kept fighting and believing, and I think you saw that in that last drive. There was no doubt that, hey, we can go find a way to score. The way that guys were fighting and playing, and so Dante Lee, was great on the last drive, and the Evans run there just. You can't say enough about the guys' belief. It's huge. If we make our kicks, they turn it over. Which matched the turnovers we gave them. And so it kept us, there in the second half. It kept us in the game. If he don't muff that punt, we get a field goal. Obviously, can't score, but that keeps us in striking range because our defense had to stop them. And so in that whole second half there. So I think our special teams has played in general overall. We'll take away some of the kicking. Have played really, really well. Played with great effort. We've tackled well, and to get a huge return like that was phenomenal. One of the things that you'll see as a big play in that game for me was when we got the stupid penalty there after we scored. They could have got that ball away, and Max kicks a great kick where it bounces over the guy's head. That was a huge play in the game. Huge play. He kicks that out of bounds, they get the ball at the 40, 45. If he kicks it right to it, that's their best player. You average 35, 40. We were able to keep him to the 25. That was a big play in the game. Well, I think we're running hard. I think that we got to be able to finish some runs, meaning run through some arm tackles and create some more explosive plays. I think we got to finish more up front, and I think sometimes we got to stick to it more and try to do some little bit more in the run game. Sometimes when you get 2 or 3 yards, we might think, hey, we need to throw it, or you get 2nd and 5, let's throw it. But sometimes we might need to stick to it more so we can try to tire the opponent out, and maybe those runs become 10, 15, 20 yards instead of 4 or 5. And so we're capable of running the ball better. I think we got to just be more consistent and finish blocks. And what I mean by that, we get on a guy, but we got to finish him through the whistle, and some of those things that we got to do a better job of. And so we'll look at it. I thought there were some good things we did running it, and I thought sometimes that maybe we could have, stuck to more. A little bit. I think it was 4th and 5, right? And from an analytics standpoint, from a percentage standpoint, you take the kicker's been kicking, you take the points, you're down 4. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 8 minutes left, somewhere around in there. 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning, and so you trust, hey, our defense, maybe not in the second half. We put them in some bad positions, but also we couldn't get them off the field. Had played well in the first half, and they played extremely well versus UTEP. So you trust your defense in that situation. Hey, let's get it to 4, build some confidence as far as, hey, we're down 4. We know if we get a stop and get a score, you take the lead. So we felt like that was the best percentage play gut-wise. I don't have an analytics book, but just gut-wise, it was the best play to get us down 4. Plenty of time left. I think if after a turnover you don't come out at any points, that's demoralizing. Yes, we won a touchdown, but we needed some points out of that because we hadn't done anything up to that. We turned it over, obviously, in a couple of those situations. So, they gave them short fields, and then they were leaning on us a little bit from a run standpoint. Some of their runs they were running, and then quarterback made some good plays. We could not affect him. Could not affect him, and I'd have to look. I mean, they're 10 of 17 on 3rd down. It seemed like every drive there, we had them on multiple 3rd downs, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8, and could not get them off the field. I mean, the one we had, I think it was 3rd and 14, and they got a touchdown off of it. And so, those are things that we have to be better at. Like, you get them in 3rd down, you got to, percentage-wise, get them off the field some. I mean, this right here, 10 of 17 is and they were 1-1 on 4th down, so that's 11 out of 18. I mean, that's as good as there is in the country. That's terrible for us. And so I think our 3rd down plan needed to be better. Where in the first half, we got them off all the time, and in the second half, whether they adjusted, whether we didn't trust enough to do something different, we got to be better there, because that's what I think that was the difference. Even when you turn it over.
It was just like, for me, it was just like a sigh of relief. You know what I'm saying? Like, being able to stay in the win column. He really almost missed a field goal early in the game. And I just had a feeling like we was going to block it, or he was going to miss, and we was going to celebrate. That's like what we did. Just stay down, finish the game. No matter the outcome, we got to go ball. We knew kind of like the game was going to be in our hands, so we just wanted to do what we said we were going to do from jump, just knock their lights out. Honestly, like, I want these type of games, you know what I'm saying, playing corner. And then I'm in the boundary, so like the ball gonna come, like it's gonna come. It's pretty much inevitable. Like, so when they do target me and test me, it's just really for me it's just a time to show the world who I am and really just put everything in the spotlight and just go dominate. This is a great win for us. Honestly, like you said, we over 500 in the conference or whatever. So like, it's just momentum for us to keep on building off. We just got to keep on doing the right things, keep on practicing hard, keep on, like you said, getting back to the drawing board. Just keep on winning. Like, it don't matter if the win is ugly, doesn't matter if the win is pretty. Win is a win, a loss is a loss, and we just want to keep on winning. Like I said earlier, it's on us. What we wanted, what we signed up for, what we said we were going to be as a defense. Like I said, just the kill mentality. Like, it was about 36 seconds left when we went back out there, and it was just like, bro, they're not gonna beat us in 30 seconds. Like, let's buckle down, let's strap up, let's put our backs on the wall, let's go kill. I feel as players, like, we are finally getting into what we wanted to get to earlier in the year. We are upset that it didn't happen early in the year, but like you said, only losing one conference game and it being early kind of like helped us out in a sense, because I don't think we wanted to lose a conference game late or start losing late or anything like that. So I feel like what we're doing now, we just got to keep building off. Just keep on, like I said earlier, just keep winning, keep on fighting, keep striking something.
Yeah, that was honestly probably one of the best drives I've ever been a part of. I think, every all 11 people on that field did their job, and when all 11 people do their job on the field, that's what it looks like. Everybody's doing their responsibilities, knowing where the ball is supposed to go, everybody's in their landmarks, and when that happens, plays are going to be made. once again, that's probably just one of the best drives I've ever been. Yeah, I mean, we were all just kind of, picking each other up and just, we were all very confident in ourselves. We always told ourselves, like, no, we got this. Like, the defense had our back all game, and, on that sideline for the last drive, we're like, hey, we got this. Like, we have the momentum. We just got to go out there and execute, and we did. Yeah, going back to, being out for UTEP, watching that game, I felt myself getting a little antsy watching it because I wish I was out there with my guys. But I stayed true. I stayed really confident. I stayed very positive. I knew this wouldn't be a major setback for me. And going out there tonight, I just felt really good. I felt loose, and my number was called. I executed. It just it boosts morale a lot. It gives us the much needed momentum heading into this bye week and the rest of conference play. I think it's really showed the team what we're really capable of and what we're able to do down the road as well. So a big momentum boost.